This is the 1 month and 10 day check-in. As I promised you guys, this is that video the night after the 9th day check-in, and wanted to talk about a few things. One of those things being those cravings. I'm not really getting cravings anymore, and I really just call the cravings like a desire to do it. So at its most basic form, your cravings are just the desire to keep doing what you're used to doing, which in this case was smoking the nicotine, going through a vape every couple of days, hitting it when you wake up, hitting it when you go to bed. That's the extent of my use. I am not experiencing the desire to smoke nicotine anymore, as well as just not thinking about it anymore either. And I realized that by making these videos, I really want to help people that are going through the same scenarios or same experience as I did and as I am going through, to help them know that to not put up with addiction, that it's not a forever something that you're forever stuck in, and that you can change it, and you can end it, and you can eliminate detach from it. And yeah, and I realized that by making these videos, I am kind of by default still bringing nicotine into my reality by talking about it so much. But that is a sacrifice, and by bringing up what my experience has been with my nicotine addiction and my quitting experience, I realized that is just bringing it up more. But that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make, because like I said before, I want to help people that are going through a similar situation like this, and also people that are going through every scenario in a lot of situations. But yeah, that's on that end. And then another thing that I want to talk about, which is very time relevant, very concurrent, is that something that I noticed with a lot of people these days, they are not really stable when they're going around, like emotionally stable, mentally stable, spiritually stable, when they're out in public. And especially during certain times, these people are just, they don't really have themselves. They're like not stepping into their own power. So it's very, I wouldn't say difficult, it's just, it messes up your flow. Like people that go out of their way to give you like some weird energy, or you just feel the energy off these people, and you can just easily chalk it up as they have bad intent, even if you're not there. Like, and you hear talking about what someone said to someone, and you pick up on what they were saying, and you know this person. And yeah, it's just, there's a whole lot of that going on right now. And the people that are doing that, they are actually so unstable and actually oblivious to their own actions and unconscious to their own actions, that they don't believe that other people are even conscious or beyond conscious of what they're conscious of. And that's just not the case. I mean, even when you look at animals and compare them to humans, the humans have a higher conscious capacity to understand things, far beyond that of an animal. And so literally it's like these people are walking around like animals in a zoo and don't think anything else about it, don't think anything greater than that, anything basically that don't think their shit stink. Like, they think they don't have anything wrong with them, they have nothing to fix, that they are just stuck and fixated and stagnant where they are, and that they're never going to be better than that, or they just are too ignorant and stubborn to change. That's a mental illness. Like, it really is a mental illness, and it's a shame how much you see it recently, and how ashamed that you can point it to kind of the pandemic that we've experienced the last 3 years. Really not fully 3 years, but starting like 3 years ago, March 2020. And not only that, but before that, I've even noticed these traits just from people. And not only do I attribute that to the COVID pandemic with mental health, and that doing a number on people's minds and hearts. It was a battle on the minds and the hearts of the people, and a war on the minds and the hearts of the people. And not only just the pandemic, but honestly, technology, like advances that they've made, people having smartphones and everything like that being so readily available. I think that, with everyone just being stuck on their phone, stuck on technology and stuff like this, it's also done a number of people. And I think that probably started in, I don't know, maybe early 2000s, early 2000s, and that kind of has played a major role in people's health, especially mentally. And where we are today in the world, it is kind of sad to say, but there's just a lot of mental health issues and things like this, and I see it every day. I'm sure you guys have seen it every day. It's like people don't have control of their minds, and their problems that they face, instead of dealing it themselves, they want to push it on others, because they have been so absorbed in this technology, these phones and these gadgets, that they haven't looked in themselves to fix themselves, or to even recognize that they have a problem. So when you're out there and you're dealing with them, there is no telling what this person's feeling. There ain't no telling what this person's thinking. You're pretty much facing a zombie at that, a freaking robot. They're going to act on what you act on. They're not going to act on their own actions, which is going to throw you off, because, everyone should have equilibrium. Of course, you can react to what other people are saying and doing, but you're not going to let that be out of bounds of what you're okay with. And these people just, I want to say they have no filter, but it doesn't even get to that point. Like, they're not even thinking for themselves. They're just going with the flow, or think they're going with the flow, whatever fucked up flow they're on. But yeah, there's a lot, and that's just talking about the mental health crisis. Obviously, that, that's a separate topic than the nicotine, but I really wanted to touch on that, because that's something that really was just obvious tonight, all other nights, But tonight was just kind of the tip of the iceberg where I was like, you know what, I gotta talk about this. This is getting out of hand. Gotta shed some light on this. Shed some light and literally, you know, talk about this, bring some awareness to this. And yeah, just stay protected out there. This is the month and 10th day check-in. I like talking about topics like this, and I'm definitely going to talk about more topics like this. But yeah, so a month and 10 days in, not getting any, just nothing. Really just feeling like there's no connection to the nicotine addiction that I had in the past. And, you know, that's empowering. It gives me a lot of willpower now, knowing that I got rid of something that was tearing me down every day in multiple types of ways, you know. But yeah, this was the 1 month, exactly like I said, this is the 1 month 10-day check-in. It's beautiful out here, just enjoying the nice Arizona weather, which we have in the summer. Whereas a couple, I'd say 5 or 6 weeks ago, it'd still be like 90, 95 degrees out here at night. It's kind of starting to go down to like, I'd say 90, you know, low 90s, high 80s, if that. But yeah, it's definitely going to start to cool down here. That'll be nice. But yeah, it's just at this park making this video. I know you guys can't see much at all. There's just no lighting. But yeah, you got the moon right up there, which is cool. Again, I haven't said this yet, but I do want to visit other topics. So if you're new to my channel and you've subscribed, you've been watching my videos, definitely let me know what other topics you guys want me to cover. Literally, or any questions that you have. I'm willing to cover everything, like all topics. And yeah, that's it. Stay spiritually protected. Peace.